I am Gail Wolf, and this is Morning Medicine, and it is Saturday. It's the weekend, which is awesome. Um, I decided to burn out before my broadcast here, so I'm running a little bit late today. My apologies if I've offset your schedule in some sort of fashion, if you were somehow waiting for me to jump on here. But cool. Hey, morning, Neil. So today I'm going to talk about what's going on in the world, what's going on with the coronavirus, and it's not like I have some answers, some breakthrough notion about the absolute truth of what's happening, because nobody really has that, do we? Everybody's kind of got their idea about what's going on and what they think's happening. Some people believe that there's a huge conspiracy going on where was released into the public deliberately. There's another conspiracy. Well, there's just a lot of conspiracies. We'll just put it that way. I mean, there's just a ton of them out there. There's also a ton of stuff going on. Um, a lot more segregation that this is totally something that happened organically, and that we're doing everything we can. I have with our interventions to um, keep us all safe. And what's interesting is, you know, and I've seen all the posts and been reading all the articles and seen all of the stuff. And what I've really noticed is that you know nobody one thing that everyone agrees on is nobody wants this to continue. That's the one thing that see everybody agree on. But there seems to be a plenty of other things that people don't agree on, such as how this should resolve. What is the truth? What's going on? Um, who do we believe? Who do we not believe? There's so much conflict right now around this whole issue. There's so much conflict around how we're living our lives, and there's so much conflict around how we think other people should be showing up in this situation. And that's causing a lot of challenge and a lot of conflict for people. Is we're looking over our fence at our neighbors and going, this person's not doing it right, or that person's doing it wrong, or this is a conspiracy and this did not. Very, very opposing views. Me personally, I think it's somewhere in the middle. I believe there's truth in everything, and just looking at the facts of what's going on, is I do know that there are two camps of information: the conspiracy theorists, and then it says, or what's the mainstream news. I will just put it that way. And I do know that there is big money that stands to be made from whatever decision gets made, and that's going to influence where things go. And the other piece with this uh, is the if you look into the way we're being censored into what can be talked about, what can't be talked about, I think that's interesting. And so there's definitely a certain steering in a certain direction. And if we look at the certain flows of things, it's probably likely, and just reading the temperament of the public, it's likely that we'll probably have some sort of a vaccination program come out. I can't say that I'm for that, but it's a likelihood. And no matter what happens, folks, um, we need to determine where we're at inside of ourselves. We need to determine where we're at in terms of how we feel about what we'll subject ourselves to, or what we'll go through. And so we have basically people that are either want to be told that this is going to be okay. We have people that want to follow somebody and be told that it's going to be all right. In other words, we're gonna vaccinate everybody, and once we vaccinate everyone, then everyone's going to be fine, and then we can take that deep breath. Right? There are some people that's what they want. They want everyone to just to be shot up, have a some people want a microchip in our forehead or whatever that looks like, get tracked wherever we go, And for some people, that is the viable solution and the only solution. Other people are on the complete other side of this, just like, let's just let this virus run rampant, let it run through the population, let us build our own antibodies, and just let nature take its course. So you've essentially got two very opposing views here. You've got those, and if you really want to break it down, you have those that want to be absolutely sovereign, and you have the other ones that want to be told. And that's the extreme, right? So what if there's a way that everybody can be all right with this, with whatever they decide to do? I believe that there is. I believe that there is a solution right down the middle that enables us all to be fine with whatever happens. And the key in this is to stop looking at each other and judging each other for our and for where we're at in this situation. In other words, stop stop naming and blaming people for the way they're responding. We are all showing up and responding to this in the best way that we know how. I don't know of anybody who isn't scared a little bit about what happens because it's uncertain. There is such a lack of certainty right now that it's almost impossible to know where this goes. It's almost impossible. And so the key here, folks, is it's going to go one way or another, and a certain number of people are going to be upset about whatever comes out of this. Knowing where we're at, knowing what we're willing to step into, and knowing what we're not willing to step into is going to navigating this in a positive way. It really is, folks, because if we don't start getting into our own truth and we don't start getting clear in ourselves, we're going to run around and look in other places. Quite honestly, it's absolutely impossible to find it right now in another place other than inside of ourselves. And um, my personal hope in all this is I hope they do release some vaccines, but I hope they do not make everyone get it. I don't think that's right. I don't think that's right at all. Um, I think that if we're going to go out into this, that we should have the choice to either get inoculated or run the risk of getting it. We have the choice to smoke a cigarette or not smoke a cigarette. We have the choice to drive down the street without our seatbelt on if we want to. It's not legal, but you can still do it. We have the choice to take our own risks in life. And I know there's a certain camp out there that believes that you're taking by stepping out and not getting a shot or not getting a vaccination, if that's what you choose, then you're putting somebody else at risk. Well, if you've had the vaccination and that's what you believe in and you've got the vaccination, then why would you care if somebody else doesn't? Why would you care? It doesn't matter. Where I'm going with this, folks, is there's a way that we can get through this and have everybody be satiated if we stop looking at everybody else and judging them for their opinions and telling them how they should deal with this. I'll be honest, I absolutely respect everybody's opinion in this. I respect those people's conspiracy theory. I've seen the videos, I've read the articles, they're very compelling. They are totally compelling. I've also seen the stuff that's on the mainstream that is also very compelling. How do you choose? You can't. You have such a strong argument on both sides. I can't blame anybody for how they think or how they feel about this. Not at all. I really can't. I've gone back and forth multiple times just in myself, and it's driven me crazy. Like it's blows my mind. The dichotomous nature of the information that's coming out. Which for me, whenever I find myself in a situation like that, I come back to center. I come back home. I come back central. Like what is my truth in this? What am I willing to subject my body to? These are the questions that I've been asking myself. And quite honestly, I think that it's viable for most people to ask themselves this question because it's going to be scenarios know where we stand if we know how we feel and we stop Stop getting upset at the way everybody else feels and what they think is a good idea. And we just honor one another. We're going to get through this with a lot more grace. So, I do know some people who are holed up at home and they're terrified. I've seen some people that are so afraid to go to the grocery store. They're so it's terrifying. It's terrifying. They've done a great job of of spreading that. So I can't blame anybody for their fear. But on the other side too, those that aren't afraid, that and so on and so forth, can't blame them either. I think the masks suck. I don't like them at all. I like seeing people's faces. I like being able to interact with people. You know, we all have our different solutions. We all have our different solutions. We all have different beliefs, and it's all what we're comfortable with. So let's just get along with all this. Let's just get along. Let's just honor each other. Let's say it's all right. I see where you're at. I honor your fear. I honor your idea about a solution, but I'm just going to ask that you honor me too. Can we just honor each other? There really is a way through this without too much of this. There really is. We don't have to be at each other's throats, folks. We really can get through this in a peaceful way, but just focus on ourselves. Come home, get inside, and move forward. And if that is a challenge, if it's hard, turn all that crap off. If this is getting to be too much, turn it off. I know I've gone a few days off and on where I just turn everything off and I go out in the woods or I work on my own projects. I go out into my wood shop and I work on my wood projects. I do these sorts of things and it helps me to chill out and helps me to relax. I got a comment here. Yeah, yeah. I know one comment down there was about someone that's not able to visit their grandma. Thanks, Nicole. Yeah, I know I've seen a lot of grandparents who are not they're not being allowed to go see their grandkids right now because of this. And it's this is separating a lot of families. I know for on a personal note, my parents would love to go out and visit some of my relatives, but don't see that happening anytime soon. So this is dividing families, absolutely. And so I'm not sure what a viable solution is for something like that. I don't know. It's something that we all have to work out on our own and figure out a better way to or figure out a way that we can still have contact. Um, because one thing's for sure is human nature is to connect. It is human nature to come together. That is our natural state. We are social beings. We are not designed to be segregated and to be separated and to not be able to communicate with each other. Not only is it unhealthy for us, it's dangerous for us to do that. I mean, think about what depression is. Depression is you sit there and you can't get out of your own thoughts. You can't get out of your own head. You can't get out of your own ideas about yourself. That's depression. Depression is a lack of ability to connect to the outside world. It's everything comes inside and ends up spinning and turning into one dark thought after another. And that's what happens when we don't have social interaction. We start to get lonely. We start to spin in our own stories. We start to get lost in ourselves. Folks, I am, uh, I'd say probably 3, 4 nights a week. I'm on the phone talking to friends. I'm on the phone all the time talking to friends. I've reached out to so many people I haven't talked to in years, and I am taking full advantage of this right now. I'll be honest with you. Um, I really feel for the people who have this. I really feel for the people who are separate from those that they love. I really feel for those working in my wood shop. I'm enjoying getting out into nature. I'm enjoying talking to my friends. These are the things that I'm choosing to focus on because these are the things that I can control. It's what I can do. And it may be a scenario where maybe we need to start moving in with friends or start moving in with other people so we can support each other financially, or um, so we can have somebody to be with. That might be a solution too. I don't know. We all have to look at our own lives, look at our own situations, and see what we can do and what we can control. Is for for the people who are really afraid, if you're falling into this camp where you're where you feel like you have no control, and that's ultimately what's creating a lot of the anxiety is fear is the feeling of a lack of control and the lack of authorship of our own lives. Is when there's nothing else you can do, you can always pray. You can always pray. You can always meditate. You can always do something like that, because the what the heck? Okay, so my thing just got kicked off. All right. Well, I'm still on YouTube here, so I'll just keep talking on this front. Um, so one of the things that we can do, folks, is pray. Is better than doing nothing. And and leaning into a higher power, leaning into something that gives us faith and gives us hope, really helps to move things along, and really helps to feel like we are active in our own healing and active in our own solutions. So, um, okay. If there's nothing left to do, make it worse. It really is. And my deepest sense is we've got a few years of this. This isn't an open shut case. This is going to go on for a while. Intuitively, in my channelings and so forth, that we've got about 3.5, maybe even 4 years of this kind of uh, sequestering, opening. Like this is gonna carry on, and it may be coronavirus. There may be something else that comes up. Who knows what else will spin out of this? I don't know. But that's just what I've been getting intuitively. And we're in the middle of a huge breakdown in our society, folks. Huge breakdown. So when everything else is falling apart around us, come inside. I know I keep saying this over and over and over, but it really is the solution. Coming inside, getting grounded, being stable, and being lined up with ourselves really is the answer here. All right. So I've been babbling for a while here. So let's jump in and do some somatic work. But before that, I have a few announcements on. Oh, right on, Nicole. Yeah, she said she bought her grandma some books. So that's the thing you do: buy someone some books, give them something to focus on besides, what's going wrong. So I want to make a few announcements. I do appreciate donations, so I'm jumping on here for free to do this 3 times a week, and definitely appreciate donations for the time I put into this, or on a relationship, or just looking for some intuitive guidance. I'm great for that. There's a link on Facebook there that you can click on if you're looking for a one-to-one session. I'm also running a group right now called The Channel, which is a group for intuitives. And so, if you're an intuitive person and you would like to learn more about your intuition and practice your intuitive gifts in a safe container, click on that link. It's only $10 a month. It's totally cheap. We meet once a week for an hour, and it's a lot of fun. So, give that a shot if that's something you're interested in. It's a monthly subscription, and then every Wednesday night, I do a live channeling for people, and there's a link there for that as well. And I've been channeling a group called the Overseers, which is a conglomeration of 5 different interdimensional groups that are here to help us evolve through this time. It's a conglomeration of them and the collective of humanity, and that is the Overseers. And so I've been channeling them every Wednesday night. And again, that's a fairly cheap ticket. It's $5 and an optional $5 donation. There's a link in Facebook there if you want to click on that to catch the one that's happening next Wednesday. So other than that, I will have one more announcement that'll come out on Tuesday when I jump back on here again for another group that I've put together that I'm pretty excited about. I just got to put the finishing touches on it before I can really put it out there. And that's what I got for today. Hey Cole, how you doing? Um, so without further ado, let's jump in and get central. So I'm going to start off with a little bit of somatic work, and the somatic work that I've been doing every single day is really good for people who are experiencing a lot of anxiety or a lot of fear during this time. Um, excuse me. Fear and anxiety, if you notice, it's in the body. It's always in the body. It's always inside of us. And if we're able to connect to an area that's holding fear and anxiety, and we're able to breathe through it, what that does is it creates a different relationship with that anxiety and that fear. And it essentially it retrains our body to feel safe in that area, even though it feels unsafe. It helps to retrain your cellular memory in that area of your body, so you get more of a sense of groundedness and more of a sense of safety in your body. And that's what we're shooting for here, folks, especially during this time. All right, so let's dive in and do some SRI. So just begin by closing your eyes and letting the day fall away. There's nowhere to go. There's nothing to do. There's just here. There's just now. There's just this moment. Allow your awareness to fall more the inhalation and the exhalation of your breath. And if you get still enough, you can actually feel your own heartbeat. Just taking a moment to connect inside, to be still. All right, so we're going to deepen in that awareness by taking 5 deep breaths. We're going to be breathing in the mouth and out the mouth. We're going to be breathing in, we're going to be filling the top, middle, bottom of our lungs, our torsos, our bases, all the way out to our toes. And then we'll exhale all the way up and back out. And the key here, folks, is when we breathe all the way down in through our entire bodies, all the way down through our legs, it helps us to get grounded. And when we stretch that breath, when we breathe in, it even deepens that groundedness even more. And so that's what we're doing with this breathing technique, helping to really still our bodies and get grounded. All right, here we go. So breathing in the mouth, filling the top, middle, bottom of the lungs, torso, base, thighs, knees, calves, all the way out to your toes, and hold for 2, 3, and out the mouth. From the toes, up the legs, up the torso, up the lungs, all the way up, all the way out, and squeeze the bottom of your exhale. Nice job. Breathing in for the second breath, breathing in the mouth, filling the top, middle, bottom of the lungs, torso, base, thighs, knees, calves, toes, and then hold out your toes for 2, 3, and exhale from the toes, up the calves, up the knees, up the thighs, all the way up the base, up the torso, and out, and squeeze at the bottom of your exhale. Nice job. Breathing in the mouth for the third breath. Feeling the top, middle, bottom of the lungs, torso, base, knees, thighs, calves, all the way out to your toes, and hold for 2, 3, and exhaling from the toes, up the legs, all the way up your base, up the torso, all the way up and out the lungs, and squeeze at the bottom of the exhale. Nice job. Breathing in for the fourth breath. Breathing all the way through, all the way down to the legs and to the feet, and holding that breath all the way at your toes for 2, 3, and exhaling from your toes, up the legs, up your base, up the torso, all the way up and all the way out, squeezing at the bottom of the exhale. Nice job. Breathing in for the fifth and final breath. Filling the lungs, filling your torso, filling your base, filling your thighs, your calves, filling all the way out through your toes, and hold for 2, 3, and exhale from the toes, the thighs, all the way up the legs, all the way up the torso, squeezing it all the way out of the lungs, and getting a nice squeeze at the bottom of that exhale and breathing normal. Nice job. Nice job. So just take, what are you thinking about? Just check in. Notice where you're at. If you're finding that you've got a lot going on, maybe you've got a lot of anxiety, a lot of fear over what's happening, do this 3 or 4 times a day. Do this at breakfast, do this at lunch, do this sometime in the afternoon. Just take 5 deep breaths and breathe all the way down through your legs. It really helps to stabilize and balance everything all the way through the system, especially if you're dealing with stress. This helps a ton. All right, so let's go a little deeper, eh? A little Minnesota for you, eh? All right. So, what we're about to do here is SRI, or somato respiratory integration, which is a huge ass mouthful to basically say we're going to connect to our bodies. So, the way this works is one hand is over the other. It's above the nipple line and below the collarbones. And then the next spot's going to be right here. And the next spot's going to be right here over the belly button. So the shoulders are nice and relaxed, elbows hang to your side, eyes are closed, the breath is in the nose and out the mouth, exhaling from the space beneath your hands, taking a second breath, breathing in your nose and breathing directly into your upper chest, stretching with your energy, movement, and breath, and then out the mouth, getting a nice deep compression, squeezing all the breath out. Nice job. Breathing in for the third breath, stretching with the breathing in the nose for the fourth breath, stretching with the energy, movement, and breath all through your chest. Good job. And then exhaling out the mouth, getting a nice compression in your chest as you squeeze the breath out and breathing in your nose for the last breath. Stretching through the upper chest and exhaling out the mouth, allowing your hands to sink all the way deep into your chest, getting a nice compression on that exhale. Nice work. Allow your hands to come over your solar plexus. Shoulders are nice and relaxed, elbows hang to your side, breathing in the nose, stretching with energy, movement, breath all through your solar plexus and out the mouth. Allowing your hands to sink deeply into your solar plexus, breathing in your nose for the second breath, stretching with the energy, movement, breath through your solar plexus. Nice job. And out the mouth, allowing your hands to relax all the way back into your spine. Good job. Breathing in the nose for the third breath, stretching with the energy, movement, breath all through your solar plexus and out the mouth. Allowing your hands to sink all the way down. Breathing in your nose for the fourth breath and out the mouth. Allowing your hands to sink down, allowing them to sink all the way back to your spine. Nice job. Work. Nice job. Allow your hands to come down to your belly button. One hand over the other. Shoulders are nice and relaxed. Stretching with energy, movement, breath all through your belly and exhaling out the mouth. Allowing your hands to sink all the way down. Good job. Breathing in the nose for the second breath. Stretching with the energy, the movement to your belly, and the breath into your belly, and then out the mouth. Squeezing the breath out. Nice job. Breathing in the nose for the third breath. Breathing directly into your belly and stretching that breath all through your navel and out the mouth. Good job. Breathing in the nose for the fourth breath. Moving breath through your belly. Good job. And out the mouth. Squeezing it down. Nice work. And relax. Allow your hands to come to your knees or to your thighs and check in again. Notice where your thoughts are. Notice where your energy is. Notice where your awareness is at. Just check in with you. Check in with what's going on. All right. So we're gonna move into the last part of this, which is guided meditation. I got a question here. Lynn is asking if I'm in Minnesota. I used to be. I used to live in Minnesota. Lived up there for 6 years. I was in Hastings for a while. Then I was in Edina for a while. This will walk us through an energetic exercise where we're going to drop into the earth and we're going to bring basically we're going to get grounded. We're going to get really, really grounded, and we're going to take that grounded energy and we're going to use that grounded energy with our organs. We're going to use that grounded energy inside of our bodies to heal ourselves. And I know a lot of people think you need to take a pill to heal, or you need to do something like that to heal. But we can actually heal ourselves from the inside out by bringing awareness to different systems in our bodies and to different parts of our bodies. We can actually activate our own healing. We can actually activate um, our own ascension process if we want to. We actually change our own consciousness. Right, you're in Minnesota, right on, Lynn. So cool. Here we go. Hey, Ashley, nice to see you, girl. So here we go. This is the guided meditation part. Oh, and one more note about this guided meditation is when I get to the part where I'm talking about the different orbs, not everybody can see the orbs in their body. But if you imagine the orbs, and if you perhaps can't see them and can't imagine them very well, feel the energy. Feel the energy. Just simply bring your awareness to the areas of the body that I talk about will help those areas to heal. So that's the whole idea, folks, is just bringing awareness to these different parts of our bodies to activate our different energetic systems to heal these different, to bring healing to our bodies. All right. So here we go. Eyes are closed. Get comfortable and drop in. Get central. Just dropping in. All right. So we're going to begin with our awareness deep, deep, deep down in the earth. Having our awareness in the very center of the earth. Check in and feel the deep, grounded, balanced energy of the earth. Check in with and feel the crystals in the earth. Feel their energies, feel their frequencies, feel their information. Feel also the minerals that are in the earth. Feel the gravel, the rocks that are in the earth. Feel the dirt and the soil that's down there. Feel the water. Feel the lava. Have your awareness deep in the earth, feeling into the deep, grounded, stable, balanced energy of the earth. And now we're going to start to bring that deep, grounded energy up to the place where we are sitting. Allow that energy to come up into the bottoms of your feet and into your toes. And if it helps, you can imagine walking barefoot in the grass, bringing your awareness into your feet. Bring your awareness, that deep earth energy, into your ankles. Bring your awareness and that earth energy into your calves. Bring your awareness and that earth energy into your knees. Bring your awareness and that earth energy into your thighs. Bring your awareness and that earth energy into your hips. Bring your awareness and that deep earth energy into your pubic bone. Bring your awareness and that deep earth energy into your tailbone. Bring your awareness and that deep earth energy into your lower back. Bring your awareness and that deep earth energy into your belly. Bring your awareness and that deep earth energy into your middle back. Bring your awareness and that deep earth energy into your chest. Bring your awareness and that deep earth energy into your upper back. Bring your awareness and that deep earth energy into your shoulders. Bring your awareness and that deep earth energy into your upper arms. Bring your awareness and that deep earth energy into your elbows. Bring your awareness and that deep earth energy into your forearms. Bring your awareness and that deep earth energy into your wrists. Bring your awareness and that deep earth energy into your hands. Bring your awareness and that deep earth energy into your fingers. Bring your awareness and that deep earth energy into your throat. Bring your awareness and that deep earth energy into the back of your neck. Bring your awareness and that deep earth energy into your face. Bring your awareness and that deep earth energy into your ears. Bring your awareness and that deep earth energy into the back of your head. Bring your awareness and that deep earth energy into the top of your head. Bring your awareness and that deep earth energy into your forehead. Bring your awareness and that energy into your eyes. Bring your awareness into the darkness behind your eyes. Bring your awareness to the darkness in your mind's eye, directly behind the center of your forehead. Bring your awareness to a spark of light that is emerging in the darkness of your mind's eye. Bring your awareness or your imagination or your presence to the color of that light, to the brightness of that light. Feel that. And now we're going to take this spark of light and we're going to grow it a little bit bigger by taking 3 breaths into the spark of light. Every breath will be in the nose and out the mouth. Each breath expanding that light and out the mouth. Taking a second breath, breathing in the nose, breathing directly into the space of our forehead. Expanding that light a little bigger and out the mouth. Taking the third and final breath, breathing directly into that spark of light, making it the size of a marble. Nice job. And out the mouth. So now we're going to duplicate this marble sized orb that we have sitting in our third eye, the space between our eyebrows. And we're going to move it straight back between the two ears, the space of our pineal gland, which is our intuition. And we'll take 3 breaths again, and we'll be expanding this marble sized orb until it's the size of a golf ball. Here we go. Breathing in the nose, expand that orb, and out the mouth. Taking a second breath, breathing in the nose, expanding the orb to be a little bit bigger. Nice job. And out the mouth. Taking the third and final breath, expanding this orb to be the full size of a golf ball. And out the mouth. Again, if you can't see the orb, imagine it. And if you can't see or imagine it, feel it. So now we're going to duplicate this golf ball sized orb that's between our ears, and we're going to send its twin straight down through our throats. And as it moves down, it's bringing healing light and healing energy into our teeth, into our mouths, into our throats, into our esophaguses. And as it moves down, it's bringing healing light and healing energy into our cervical spines. And as it moves down even further, it's bringing healing light and healing energy into our collarbones and shoulders and lungs and upper chest. And as it moves down further, it gently. And now we're going to do the same as before. We're going to take 3 breaths in the nose, and we're going to expand this golf ball size orb, growing that orb a little bigger, and out the mouth. Again, if you can't see it or imagine it, feel it. Breathing in the nose, expanding that orb, and out the mouth. Taking the third and final breath, breathing in the nose, expanding that orb to be the full size of a baseball right in the center of your heart. Feeling that energy, and out the mouth. And as it moves down even further, it's bringing healing light, healing energy into our colons, into our appendixes, and all the way down into the space between our pubic bone and our tailbone, where it's bringing healing light and healing energy into our bladder. And we're going to expand this baseball sized orb to being the size of a softball. Here we go. Breathing in the nose, and taking another breath in the nose, expanding this baseball sized orb to be a little bit bigger, and out the mouth. And taking the third and final breath, breathing directly into the space between the pubic bone and the tailbone, growing the orb to be the full size of a softball, and out the mouth. Nice job. So now we're going to duplicate this softball sized orb that we have sitting in our base. And we're going to send it straight down into the earth, sending this orb down 20 feet into the earth, sending it down 20 yards deep into the earth, sending this orb down 20 miles deep into the earth. Send this orb down 200 miles deep into the earth. Send this orb down 2,000 miles deep into the earth, way down there. Now send the orb all the way to our joints, into all of our connective tissues, all of our ligaments and tendons and cartilage, bringing healing to all of our joints, bringing healing light and healing energy into our myelin sheath. It's bringing rejuvenating and healing energy into all of our muscles, into our circulatory systems, where it's healing our blood, our arteries. They're healing all of our nerve endings and all of our neural pathways, realigning our spines and bringing balance and peace and harmony into our nervous systems, bringing a sense of ease and peace into our bodies. And as they expand out, they are also bringing healing to our immune defense systems, building within us the antibodies to the coronavirus, the antibodies to any virus or bacteria that could ever do our bodies harm, and also eradicating any cancerous cells from our bodies, bringing us into a greater state of health and alignment. And as these orbs expand out completely, they encapsulate every single cell of our bodies. They are opening and rejuvenating and bringing our DNA into a higher frequency and a more efficient spin, aligning our bodies with our divine blueprint, which is our perfected state, which we're born with. Realigning our DNA with a higher frequency of spin, awakening all of the quantum layers of DNA that our science has yet to understand, bringing us into a higher level of consciousness, higher level of understanding, a higher level of connection, peace, love, and joy, bringing us into oneness, knowing, and balance. And take a moment to sit with that. Nice job, folks. All right. So when you're ready, you can begin wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes, and wiggling your nose. Sway your bodies a little bit side to side, bringing your awareness back into the moment, back into your bodies. And when you're totally ready, you can open your eyes, bringing your awareness back to the room that you're. Nice job, folks. Thanks for jumping in here with me. Thanks for being a part of this. And thank you for your healing journey. Whatever we heal inside of ourselves, we help out there. We help to heal each other. We're on Tuesday. Gotta get myself straight here. Um, I'll be back again on Tuesday to do this all over again. Until then, be good to yourselves, be good to each other. Take care.